It is so wonderful to see so many beautiful, amazing women. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I just can't tell you how my heart is so full. And I think a lot of you all know Leslie, and to not really know what you're getting into, but you really love your friend, it takes a lot of courage, right? I'll just show up and trust her. Thank goodness, right? So thanks to all of you. You just made my day, and I really love this. And I have to give a big shout out to Leslie. I mean, you're a rock star. So I did a presentation for another Compass office, and Leslie met me. We've had several Zoom calls, but sight unseen, she said, come and talk to all my friends. And look what we created. You know, women are superpowers. We really are. And we are the stronger sex. Would you all agree? Yes. Sorry, that's my husband.
He walked out.
Yes. You know, it's all about, we may be the supportive, but we're the ones that really get stuff done, you know? And I'm Kathryn Chess, just to introduce myself, and I am a nutritionist, but I'm not your normal nutritionist. Most nutritionists, you go in, they focus on calories, carbs, and fats, right? Yeah, well, there's so much more. And I have clients with medical charts this thick, and they're doing everything right for their diet, but their insides are just, like I coined this, wackadoodle. Yes, wackadoodle. So we are hardwired for happiness, even though you don't believe it, because think of little babies, right? Babies come out of the womb, well, they cry, they poop in their pants, and they cry some more, but think they're really speaking their truth. They let you know when they need anything, right? And then they start aging. We have wounds, we have hurts, and what happens? You get squashed down little by little. You stop speaking your truth, you stop standing for yourself, and life just doesn't flow as well. You get limiting beliefs inside of your body, and let's face it, we have to clear those beliefs because we are hardwired for happiness. So I'm going to teach you, to get started, we are going to do a whole lot of interactive exercises. This is not just about me. I'm not going to stand up here and lecture to you because, hey, I think we need to integrate everything we're learning. And welcome. Hi there. What's your name? Apatasa? Vanessa. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear that very well.
Grab a seat, Vanessa, right over here.
Have a seat.
There's seats over here too.
Yes.
Don't be afraid.
You can sit in the front if you want. We need to really integrate everything we're learning. We need to bring it to our bodies. So this is a really fun exercise. So put your papers down, put your pens down, and please don't feel like you have to take notes. Because when you take notes, I know that hurts some of you. And if you want to know the Cliff Notes, you can call me or I'll send you the Cliff Notes. But get involved. So we're hungry for happiness. I do this little drill down exercise whenever I get a new client, and I've worked with hundreds of amazing women, and hey, let's face it, a few adventurous men, but I mostly work with women. I am a hormone specialist, and I had a client the other day. She came to me, she's about 75, and I said, we need to balance your hormones. And she said, oh, I don't have any hormones anymore. I said, honey? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, the truth is, if, yes. If you didn't have hormones, you'd be dead. The hormones are the chemical messengers that tell our body how to move, how to react. It tells our whole body and our endocrine system, and the endocrine system is your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, all of the stuff that's going on in here, your thyroid. It tells it how to work. And we need to be radiant. Would everyone agree? Yes. Radiant. So there's something that Annie Cuddy coined on her TED Talk with YouTube. It's called the Superwoman pose. Well, actually, they called it the Superman pose, but I changed it, okay? No. And by the way, I love this interaction. We're doing this together, okay? So please, if you have questions, just, hey, I've got something to say. And that's the best way to do this. So to have the Superwoman pose and really go into your radiant circuits. Now, radiant circuits are a real thing. They are ancient energy pathways in your body. So I didn't tell you this. I'm not just a nutritionist. I am an acupressurist, so I study Chinese medicine. I'm a breathwork facilitator, so I believe you have to get in your bodies and really feel into the energy of the earth. So it's a little different. For some of you, it might be a little weird or wacky. Please take what you need and leave the rest. You're laughing. Is it a little weird for you?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, but
I'll do it, whatever.
cool.
I'll do it for Leslie.
Yes. But so the exercise we're going to do is the first part of energy circuits. And this is an amazing exercise. So just sit up straight and tall. Take a big, deep breath in and really breathe into your belly. So often we only breathe with our upper chest. Get your breath in your belly, breathing in your nose and out your mouth. Take your hands, bring them to your sides, lift your chest, and stretch your chest out. Okay, now just pretend you have lots and lots of love right in your heart, right in the center of your chest. Got that? Pretend, imagine. And then take your hands, roll them over, stretch your fingertips out wide, take a big, deep breath in, and then bring your hands up, pull them back, lift your elbows, bring them back a little farther, lift your chest, pull your belly in, breathe, and exhale through your mouth and let it go. And let's do this about 3 more times. Ready? Breathe in. Bring your arms up. You all look so good. Breathe in. Stretch your chest forward. And exhale it all out. And one more time. Breathe in. Bring it up. Stretch your chest out. Okay, so hold your arms back. Stay where you are. Now, take a deep breath in and hold it. Bring it into your whole body. Stay there. So this helps with posture. It helps with digestion and elimination. It helps you to any arthritis. You do this every day, your arthritis will go by. And now exhale, blow it all out. Beautiful. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Now I'd like you to close your eyes a little bit, and if that's uncomfortable, just get sleepy eyes. Feel into your body. Trace the channel right in your front body. Notice. Just notice if anything feels different in your body from a few minutes ago when you walked in. You feel a little more grounded, a little more centered, just from putting your hands back. Come back to the room and open your eyes. Did anyone feel different?
Calmer.
Calmer. What did you? I know. Let's go. So we're working on our heart. Our heart is 60% stronger than any other organ in your body. And that's why I believe that women are the superior power, because your heart controls the show. And women are so much more heartfelt than men. So I'm going to be asking you questions throughout, and whenever you agree with something I say, oh, by the way, the more you do the radiant circuits exercise, the better you get at it, the better your body relaxes, and you can actually do this in the toilet. If you don't want to look funny at work, yeah. And just do it a few times and come back out. You're going to feel so much stronger. But every time that we go through this and you agree with something I say, just say yes. So let's do 10 more radiant circuits. And this time you're going to say yes. Yes. Like you're in total agreement with life. So take your hands to your sides. Get the Superwoman pose. Really ground your feet into the earth. Sit up straight and tall. You're all looking so good. All right, we're going to do this 10 times. Do it at your own pace. But when you lift your hands, you're going to say yes. Ready? Take a big deep breath in. Ah, yes. Yes. Okay, bring the hands down. 2. Yes. 3. Yes. Yes. 4. Yes. 5. Yes. Beautiful. 6. 7. 8. 9. This time, stretch your fingers out, especially if you have aches and pains in your body. 9. Yes. And 10. And shake it all out. And then shake your body out. Notice how much looser your body is. These are special pathways. And if you like this exercise, I couldn't do the whole radiant circuits thing when we would consume this whole presentation. So if you like it, I'm making a video of the radiant circuits. It's about a 28-minute routine, and I'll send it to you on video. There's a sign-up sheet going around. The other thing is we're going to do a mindful eating exercise. And we're going to do it at the end, so you're going to get all the recipes with yummy, delicious, gluten-free, sugar-free, and dairy-free foods. Because that's how I roll. I am gluten, sugar, and dairy-free. I've been that way for about 15 years. And people say, how could you do that? Oh, my gosh. You know what? It's only hard if you think it's hard. It's only hard if you think it's hard. So anything else in your life? So what's hard about your life? Tell me something that's hard. Anybody?
Dieting.
Dieting, okay. Getting, yes. Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because tell me your name again.
Kathy.
Kathy, that's right. I like your name. It is perspective. Our brains, they lie to us. Let me say that again. Our brains, they lie to us. Does anyone know what that means? Yeah.
It's the little green monster on your shoulder.
It is. It is so the little green monster on your shoulder. And your brain tells you that things are hard. Your brain tells you you can't do something, or a limiting belief has stopped you from moving forward in your life. Anybody ever have that experience? Maybe if you don't even know it, it's kind of scary. I believe there are only 2 emotions in the world. First is fear, and the second one, does anyone kind of know what that might be? It's a really good one.
Joy.
Love, joy, yes. So if we can live in the radiant circuits, what I didn't tell you about the radiant circuit is that it brings you more joy, more happiness. Who wants that? Nobody. Wait. Yes. Very good. So this drill down exercise for my clients, I have them fill out a big health history form. And then we do a hormone quiz at the end, because I studied with Sarah Gottfried, And she's the hormone expert. She wrote The Hormone Cure, but she doesn't believe in the Western model. I studied with her for about a year, how to heal your hormones naturally. And then we do this drill down to exercise to really find out what they really want. And believe it or not, it's not about getting their bodies to the perfect weight. They kind of want that. It's not about health. It's not even about eating right. When we really discover the root cause of what they really want, they want to be happy. They want to be happy. And so many of us are plowing through life and drudging through life. And I want to teach you how to get away from that, because you deserve more joy, more love, more happiness in your life. Would you agree? Yes. You guys are getting this. You're the best. So today we're doing Recreating You. We're creating the body and life that you're overjoyed to live in. Overjoyed. What would happen if you were overjoyed to live in your body and life every day?
My husband would have me committed.
Well, here we go. So, that's letting exterior circumstances control the interior. Today, I want to get you so grounded, so centered in your body that the outsides, the craziness of life, don't matter. Anybody have a crazy life or a stressed out life? No. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is a better way to live. Energy over strategy. Energy over strategy. So in our brains, we're thinking ad nauseum, right? Going. But when you can ground yourself with the energy of the earth and the sky, it's just like nature. What happens in your life is you flow with life. Life just gets better and better because miracles happen. Let me just tell you some of the things that I've created in my life that are really fun. Number one, I got laid off 10 years ago from a huge corporate America job. And it was. Yes, I didn't see it as a bad thing. Luckily, I had just married my husband, so my expenses went in half. My kid was almost out of college, so that was really, really good. I didn't have that expense, but I was ready for a change. And I went back to nutrition school and learned to teach calories, carbs, and fats. I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to teach? Well, I would give my clients a diet, and they would stay on it for about 2 weeks. Well, they would disappear, right? They wouldn't even call me back because they were so embarrassed with putting their tail between their legs, and they didn't want to even come to my office. So I decided there had to be a better way. And I learned to teach with energy, breath work, but more importantly, getting you in your body and grounding yourself. So there's the exercises that we're going to be doing today. They require one thing. And that thing is that you are all in. You do this with gusto and enthusiasm. Are you guys ready? Yes. Awesome. Yes. Just notice how your body starts feeling better and better as you do this exercise. So can we do a little experiment? Great. Just sit up straight and tall. We're just going to get grounded in your body. Breathe in. Okay. And I want you to hold your thumb. Okay, what is she doing now? This is really weird stuff. What's with my thumb? Well, think of babies. Do they suck their thumb? Or pacifiers, right? So your thumb has a pulse. And this thumb, well, all of your fingers have emotions. the emotion of your thumb is worry. How many of you worry?
A little bit.
Yeah. How many of your how many of your worries actually come true? Some.
Yeah.
But overall, overarching, would you say 80%, 90% of your worries come true? Or maybe 5%?
Probably more 5.
More like 5. Do you know what worry does for, keep holding your thumb. Do you know what worry does for you?
Causes stress.
Stress.
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Yep. It wears you out. Absolutely. And that's no way to live. It zaps your joy. So stop it.
Easier said than done.
You what?
I got rid of my main one, flight attendant for 40 years.
Oh my gosh. And up in the air with all that artificial air. And
We're trapped.
yes, totally trapped, especially for those crazy people. So hold your thumb. Your thumb, feel it. Just feel into your thumb. And there's a little pulse in your thumb. So if you hold it for a moment, notice if you feel a pulse. Is anyone feeling kind of like a little heartbeat in your thumb? Yeah. This is your energy. Energy over strategy. And it's going to bring you calmer. You know, I used to suffer from a lot of neck pain. Neck is your 5th chakra in Ayurvedic medicine or yoga. I'm also a yoga teacher. So this means you're not, when you have neck pain, it means you're not speaking your truth. You're not living your truth. It's all about communication, but it's not like I can talk till the cows come home, right? So it's about finding your authentic voice. And I had horrible neck pains, but holding my thumb whenever the neck pain would come up, I didn't go to a pill or an aspirin because I feel like that is like putting duct tape on your dashboard. When the idiot light comes on, when we go to a pharmaceutical, I don't mean that those aren't good for us sometimes, but you can heal things so much more with getting into your body, talking to your body. Your body gives you symptoms because you're not listening. You're not in your body. And we're taking pills, we're taking pharmaceuticals, or we're plowing through life and we're telling our bodies to shut up. All right, would you believe that? Shut up. I don't want to listen to you. So let's do this little exercise. You can keep holding your thumb. We're going to use energy over strategy. Oh, this is one thing that's really interesting, though. You're going to love this. So emotions, unexpressed emotions, they create stress. Everyone in agreement with that? Yes. Yeah. So stress causes inflammation, and inflammation is the #1 cause of dis-ease. So stress equals chronic disease. And I'm working with a woman now who, it's so beautiful. She's actually a realtor. And she was super stressed out. And she started using some of these practices. And she said, wow, I feel better than ever because the inflammation is gone, or most of the inflammation is gone in her body. And so we don't want to be on these pharmaceuticals. We don't want to be taking all these pills. What I want for you is something called compressed morbidity. Does anyone know what that is? All right, so I'll explain it. So you can go home and tell your spouses, I'm going to get compressed morbidity. So compressed morbidity is you live a vital, amazing, delicious, vivacious life until about 2 days before you die. And then you get sick, and maybe 1 day even, no days, and you die in your sleep. Sound good? Do you want that? Yes, yes. That's what I want for you. So Alexa, play ambient music. We have a wonderful woman that's taking care of us. Maybe she only responds to your voice.
Wait, what did she say?
She said she was,
Oh.
Shoot.
Oh, there it goes. Beautiful. The wonders of technology, right? I love this. All right, sit up straight and tall. Take a nice deep breath into your belly. I'm going to explain central channel breathing. This is how you can choose to breathe every single day of your life. It's breathing in this channel that you have right in front of you. And this is proven that this is where you should be breathing. Your oxygen needs to move in your body. So take your breath up and down your body. And now bring that breath not just in the front of you, bring it inside your body. And breathe up and down. And if it feels good, close your eyes, really get in your body. Beautiful. Ground yourself. Listen to your body. Scan your body from the top of your head, and then let that breath go all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Feel the breath moving inside of you. Take it long, slow, and deep, up and down your central channel. Feel your breath moving inside your body. And without opening your eyes, rub your palms together. Rub them a little faster, a little faster. Get the energy, gather the energy. Without opening your eyes, move your elbows to your side and let your palms face up at the sides. Feel into your hands. You should feel a little tingling, maybe like a feather or cotton candy coming on your hands. Just feel it. Keeping your hands exactly where they are. Ground your feet. Feel into your feet. We're going to count to 10, and on each number, let your feet get a little heavier. Breathe in that central channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, heavier and heavier. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now bring your hands down to your sides and let your hands get heavy. Count to 10. 1. And let your hands get heavier and heavier. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, heavier and heavier. 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel super grounded in your body and in the earth, keeping your hands exactly where they are, feeling the grounding in your feet. Imagine you have a giant ball of energy right behind your eyebrows, right in the center of your head. It's about the size of a grapefruit. Bring it in your head. See it bright. See it bold. See that it's an energy ball that is specially designed to soothe you, to calm you, and help you get into your body and out of your head. Let that ball of light roll down. Take your hands, bring them above your head. Let your palms face toward your head. And imagine you're gently, slowly Move your hands down slowly, moving that energy ball in through your forehead, into your neck, anywhere you need it. If there's an ache or a pain, linger in this area a little longer. Let the energy roll down your body. That's it. Bring it to your heart. Feel love in your heart. And now bring it down through your body. A little bit farther. Slowly bring it to your feet. Drop your hands and imagine the energy is rolling back up your legs into your heart. Feel that energy ball fill with love and joy right in your heart. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the ball in your heart. Notice what you're feeling in your body. And when you're ready, but not a moment sooner, open your eyes. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. So do you feel a little different now than when you first walked in? You just experienced energy over strategy. Do you like this place a little bit better than the way you finally roll or that you normally roll? Yeah, energy over strategy. And that's what we're going to be working on because I'm here to help you get out of your head. So what are we going to learn today? Or you know what we should first talk a little bit about? What happens when you get stuck in your head? Has anyone... What is it? Consuming. Tell me more about that.
It just takes over.
It takes over. And how does it affect you? Negatively.
Hard on myself.
Oh, what do you say to you, if you don't mind sharing? This is a safe space. Nobody's going to bring anything. What do you say when you're hard on yourself?
Stop.
Oh, good. Does it work?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depends on what the worry is.
Yeah. Do you think the two tools you've learned so far, grounding, and by the way, the grounding exercise that we did, you can do it in about 30 seconds. You don't have to take as long. I just really wanted to lock it in.
Alexa, shut off.
Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Leslie. I would have yelled at her. Yes, we are so hard on ourselves. We're harder on ourselves than we would be to any other person in the world. And we need to just, like Leslie said, yes, exactly. So today you're going to learn, oops, this one, you can't see it, but it's there. The simple steps to make loving yourself easy and fun. You're going to learn how to feel beautiful and energized in every situation. And you're going to learn my magic formula to feel slim, sexy, healthy, happy, and make every day your best day. Does anybody want that?
Yes.
Yes, yes, beautiful, beautiful. You're gonna hear that in your head, hopefully, as we go forward, as you move through your week. Yes, yes, right. So it really is about getting in your body. And when you're in your body, do you think you would be hard on yourself? I mean, really grounded, centered in that superwoman pose. How much better would it be to be nice to yourself when you're grounded and centered and really in alignment with your body? Yes, very good. You're totally getting this. So, first I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I've used this strategy, the energy over strategy. So, I was in corporate America for about 25 years, and I had a great job in corporate America, and I was burnt out. Well, through a whole series of things that I was doing, I was learning about energy over strategy. I would ground myself every day. Before that I was meditating, but I wasn't really getting grounded in my body. I was just kind of sitting there with meditation, and I didn't have breath work. And so my head would still spin, spin, spin. Now I don't do meditation. I meditate every day, but I don't do it without breath work because it gets me out of my head. So at the end, we're going to do a little breath work exercise just to let you experience it. And I teach it on Zoom, so we can learn it from anywhere. But it's really about grounding. So I really wanted to get out of my job, but didn't know how to get out. I was the main breadwinner. My husband had died. He died about 30 years ago. And he died, I see, the sadness in your eyes. He died so I could live. And this is so cool because he was a bit of an asshole.
He must have been related to mine.
There you go. And I have a wonderful husband now. He drove all the way from Dublin to set up the cameras, and now he's out hiking. He's so much better. So I've upgraded. And we've been married about 14 years. But the other guy, he brought me down. And I didn't know about this stuff. I probably wouldn't have learned it. I probably would have gotten a divorce, but I wouldn't have learned it if he hadn't died. And this is really a cool thing. I'm also an acupressurist and a massage therapist, and I use energy in my practice. And there was a woman that came to me for body work, and she was a project manager. First time she ever came. She had a bad back pain. And about the middle of our session, she said, "There's 2 men in this room, and they have a message for you." I'm like, what? I have gone to psychics, but I wasn't paying her, and she was paying me. And she said, one of them, they both have a mustache. She said, one of them is a total jokester, and he keeps telling me he's your dad. Well, my dad was the biggest jokester in the world. And then she said, the other one I don't get because he has a mustache too, which my husband had a mustache. And he said, he's super serious. She said, he's super serious. And I said, what? Yeah, he was. But I didn't want to tell her anything. I don't say, because you don't want to give it away. And she said, yeah, they are so sorry for the way they treated you in this lifetime. And it was your contract. You came in together so you could learn and grow. And she said they want you to know that they're here for you now. So they're kind of like my little angels that hang out. And if this is too woo-woo for anyone, it's just how I got introduced to this work. And she paid me for the massage and the acupressure and went on her way. But I had to start exploring more and more of this energy work and that we are divinely guided. So please take what you need and leave the rest. But when we allow and get out of our heads, that energy starts taking over. But the truth is, the way to change isn't outside of you. So come close, come close, come close. Come a little closer. I have a simple secret. Come a little closer. Get a little closer. The power to change isn't outside. It's inside of you. The power to change isn't outside. It's inside of you. Yes. So take your hands, bring them on your heart, and repeat after me. Breathe in. Bring the energy down. I have the power. I have the power. Beautiful. I have the power. Stay grounded. I have the power. One more time. Breathe that in. Let it sink in your heart. I have the power. So good. Do you really believe that?
Yes.
Do you see how letting it sink in your body changed it? Then rather than thinking with your head that I have the power. Yeah, I can do that. Right? So kind of fun. Yes, you do have the power. Again, the power to change is inside of you. So we're going to play a little game. It's called the intention game. You know, so many women come to me and I say, well, what is it that you need? Before we do the drill down and before we do some breath work, they have no idea. They have been so busy taking care of everyone else that they don't know, or they just think that they want their life to be a little fluffier. They think self-care is a massage, a pedicure. It's so much more. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes. So I'd like you to pull out your blank piece of paper. And you know, I'm just going to set a timer on here because I want to make sure we're running on time. I didn't bring a clock. So where's my clock?
Yes.
How come I have the flying?
How funny.
Is that good?
She's a flight attendant.
Oh, right. Huh. Well, I have to tell you, my husband is totally into aviation. So these magazines were my nemesis because they sit in a cupboard. There's a big bathtub in our bathroom, and these magazines get piled up, and he has millions of subscriptions, and they get piled up, and I'm like, why can't he clean that out? So today I got to reframe that and say, wow, I have great tools for all these beautiful ladies. We can think differently, right? So every time we switch exercises, I'm going to introduce you to a new little exercise before we start. So the first one was holding your thumb. You got grounded, right? I want you to tap in the middle of your breasts and breathe in that central channel, right? In the central channel. This is your thymus. Does anybody know about your thymus? So your thymus is connected to your thyroid, and your thyroid and your pituitary and your hypothalamus control all of your hormones. Your hormones are your chemical messengers that send you the messages to make your body radiant and happy. So we want to be really good to our thymus. We're just waking up our bodies. We're getting you into your body. So tap your thymus, take a deep breath, shake your hand out, and let it go. Notice what's happening in your body. So I do these exercises. They're called water up, fire down. It's a Korean modality by this guy named Ichi Lee. And it's amazing. To get me in my body, I tap my body. And the thymus is a great place to start. So on your blank sheet, so whenever you're feeling a little not joyful or just kind of meh, tap your thymus. It'll wake you up. I'd like you to answer this question. Are you easily living in your ideal body and your ideal life? And the second question is, most days, do you move through life feeling calm, relaxed, and happy? So we're going to take about a minute. Just answer these questions on your piece of paper. Are you easily living in your ideal body and your ideal life? And most days, do you move through life feeling calm, relaxed, and happy? And I'm going to give you a minute to work on that. Alexa, play massage music. Massage radio. We didn't know there was one of those. Start writing. Some of you are overachievers. You're already done.
No, right?
What?
Isn't the answer yes or no?
Or
Or do you want to give examples?
give an example. Get into the detail a little bit. Maybe one sentence would be really good. Something to think about, right? You have about 30 seconds to go. You're just an overachiever. It's all good. It's all good.
It seems simple to me.
About 10 more seconds. Wrap it up. Awesome. Take a big, deep breath in your body and let it go. So before we move on, thinking about what you just wrote, and believe me, there's no judgment. When we are living in our heads, we're in judgment, perception, usually false perceptions, and we're in a lot of fear. So when we get in our body, we can go to that feeling of love and joy. But this is an old, ancient yoga proverb. The life is in our breath. So breathing deeper, getting yourself grounded in your body is the way to live. So if you learn nothing from this, when you leave and you're in your home, really work on breathing in that central channel. It's going to oxygenate your whole body, keep you healthier and happier. And so many of my clients are like, I'm eating the same, but I'm down 10 pounds. It's just about the breath. So if there is a bonfire, say you're camping. I'm not a camper. Well, I've done that. I don't like it that much anymore. If there's a bonfire and you're watching the bonfire and there's a big wind that comes up, does that fire get bigger or does it get smaller? Bigger, right? That's exactly what happens in your body. Your body starts to oxygenate itself and you get healthier and happier. So breathing diaphragmatically and into your belly is the way you want to breathe. And so, I'm not even going to call anyone out, but so many people I meet are only breathing up here. So the breath, he who only half breathes, half lives. The way we breathe directly affects our physical, mental well-being and determines the quality of our lives. Do you all agree with that? Yes. Very good. It's so true. And they thought of these things thousands of years ago, right? And so the truth is you can choose a better feeling. Why do I say feeling? You can choose a better feeling. I want to choose to change my life, and I want my body to be better, and I want my husband to be better. And no. That's not where it starts. It starts with energy, and then it starts with feeling. So pull out the other handout that has the feelings on it. It's the vibrational. So there's one with feelings, and then there's the colored one. So pull out the colored one. So are you guys having fun? Yes. We want to make sure you're having fun. Yeah. Oh, logistics. I should have covered that in the beginning. If anyone ever wants to take a bio break, it's right down the hall, first door. Yes.
Go in the second door too, in the left. First door's occupied.
Awesome. So read this over. This emotional, I'm going to steal hers for a minute. This vibrational emotional scale. And I got this from Abraham. And I don't know if anyone knows Abraham Hicks, but I follow them a lot. It's really about choosing a better feeling thought. But unfortunately, we can't go from crappy to happy in a red hot minute because it just doesn't work. Our brains get scared and we shut down. So look this over, breathe in your body, get grounded and centered, and notice where you are on this scale. And write that down. Wherever you are on the scale, read it over, choose where you are. don't do this with your head. Be honest with yourself, but don't think, oh, ask your body, ask your inner wisdom, where am I right now? And then once you've done that, look at it and say, where do I want to be? And we can do this in baby steps. So what we're doing is we're looking at the emotional scale and we're with our bodies, breathing in our bodies, looking to see where you are now and where you'd like to be, knowing that we can't go up that scale from crappy to happy in a red hot minute. Yeah. Yeah, today's Saturday, right? I know, it's a good day. Well,
Wednesday.
this is overarching, right? So like with your entire life, right? But I get it. I used to live for Saturdays.
It's beautiful. I mean,
What more?
can we not
Yeah,
be happy?
exactly. Everybody got that? Great.
do you have happiness and gratitude today?
Yes. So you can choose a better feeling. And I used to have to do this a lot when I was married to my first husband. So, but you know what? It works. So what I want to know is as you move through your day, what's the number one feeling that you want to feel? What is that feeling? And you can look at the other feeling chart if the feeling you want isn't on this chart. So I wanted to expand that a little and give you a little bit more. What is the number one feeling that you want to feel? And write that down. And again, choose this with your body and not your head. I know these are foreign concepts to some of you, so just do your best. It's progress, not perfection. And then once you've got that, write down what will having that feeling do for you. What will change? What will having that feeling do for you? How could that change your life?
I'm ready to take a nap.
It,
Positive.
it's a really, no, isn't it? No, I love it. That's what it does. I mean,
Stay here all night.
just gonna sleep here. Yeah. I mean, what is that? To be relaxed all the time? Amazing, right? Yeah. So take some time to really think about the feeling you want, and then write down what you would like to change about your body or your life, and just choose one thing. What is it? But again, don't do this with your head. Do it with your body. Breathe into your body. And what would you like to change? Maybe it's something physical, or maybe it's something emotional. Maybe it's a relationship, a job, whatever it is. What is that one thing that you would like to change? Everybody got that? Great. You guys are fast. I love it. All right. So we went through this. What's the one thing that you want to change? And now here's the fun part. How you do this. Let me just... Oh, we'll stay here. What's that one thing? Really feel into your body. Uncross your legs, ground your feet on the floor. Think about that one thing you want to change. Breathe in. Ground yourself a little deeper. Feel the love for that thing in your heart. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable. Relax your shoulders. And sit with that one thing you want to change. Really love that one thing, even though it doesn't feel comfortable. Pretend. Feel that in your body. Maybe in your heart. Get friendly with that one thing. Breathe into your body and notice where the feeling you want to change lives. So this might be a little foreign. Just scan your body with your breath and notice where you feel that emotion of not making these changes or having the frustration from not making this change. Where does that live in your body? Everybody got that? Great. Now listen to your body. Come into your body. If this place could talk, and you were the mouthpiece, and you were the microphone, feel into your body. What would that place say? Listen for the message. Your body will talk to you. I'm going to leave you here for a minute longer. Just feel into your body. Feel love and compassion. See the vision of what you want to change, and feel the feeling you want in your life 100% of the day. Breathe in, and when you feel like coming back, open your eyes and come back to the room. No hurry. Beautiful. What I'd like you to do is stay grounded in your feet. Think about what you had just experienced and be the observer. Kind of look around the room. Notice you're in your body, but you're just observing everything that's going on around you. It's easy right now because we're in a very comfortable place, right? But pretend like there's chaos. How can you stay grounded with this feeling and what you want to change with all the chaos in the world? So would anyone like to share about what happened in that exercise? Or what your number one thing is you'd like to change? And how the feeling will make that a little bit easier? Tell me your name again. I can't read.
My name's Kelly.
Kelly, that's right.
So, my mom died a year ago.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, she was ready.
Yeah.
And I'm the trustee, and my brother has inflicted anger, rage, hostility, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's grief or hatred for my husband and I.
I'm sorry.
And so
So
that's the only
sorry.
family member I have left.
Wow.
You know, direct family.
Yeah. Where does that feeling live in your body? Breathe in.
Think about it every minute.
Okay, with your head. It's ruminating. Get in your body. Get grounded. Get centered. Where does that feeling live? And everyone else can do the same exercise. Can you feel it anywhere in your body? Where is it? Can you verbalize it? Oh, in your head. So take your hand on your head and breathe right into that area. Breathe into that area. And let the feeling dissipate. See if you can bring it a little softer. We have a choice. Breathe in. And everyone else can do this exercise too with whatever you're going through as well. This is for the benefit of the whole group. Feel it in your head. Does it seem like it's getting a little lighter? What's it down to? If 10 is the highest for the feeling, where is it gone? Beautiful. Bring it down a little lower. Bring the feeling to your heart if you can. And fill that feeling with love. Love for your brother. Everything is energy, so we can change it. Now breathe out of your heart, pretend. Breathe energy to your brother and to the world. And now more importantly, bring the love back to you. You can keep your hand on your heart, breathing love back and forth, and everyone else can try this. Love back and forth. Notice how it's changing. Beautiful. What happened?
Yeah, I'm trying to do this every day.
Have you been doing it? Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It changes things. We get out of our heads and into our bodies. And I'm sorry about the situation. You can be the observer. And it's not, start telling yourself it's easy to get out of this. Words are so incredibly powerful. And that brings me to my next segment. We are meaning-making machines. We are meaning-making machines. And what we tell ourselves creates, with the energy of the earth, what's happening in your body. Does that make sense to everyone? Are we all in agreement with that? Yes. Yes. Cool. You guys are easy. I love it. I've worked with groups that they don't get this stuff, so I love it. Anyone not in alignment, and you can admit it. Yeah. We are meaning, huh? 10%? Okay.
My father won't leave my head.
Ah. Even though he's been dead for a while, right? Yeah. So what would it feel like if every time, and I call it a vow, what's some word you think? Okay, you just said, my father won't leave my head. What if he did leave your head?
I want him in my heart. I don't want him in my head.
Ah, got it. So could you tell yourself instead, it's called a reframe? Instead of saying, my father won't leave my head, every time that thought or that vow comes up, could you say, my father is in my heart? How does that feel? What? What did you say?
I just say, get down there.
Get down there now. Well, we want to be kind, right?
I'm a good breath.
Yeah. Oh, the good breast, yes. So it's about reframing. So I'd like all of you to think about a reoccurring thought that comes in your head often, like my father won't leave my head. Does anyone else have another one that you'd like to share?
Scared everybody off.
Yeah. No. And you were talking about how you, if I can, share, how you just are hard on yourself. I'm hard on myself. So what do you say to yourself?
We're all hard on ourselves.
I think women tend to be.
Well,
We're pleasers. We want everybody to be okay.
we are pleasers.
And if we don't act in that mode, then we're bitches because we're not pleasing.
But this is a limiting belief as well. It's the shoulds.
Right.
The shoulds. So we,
Patients of people getting on an aircraft and looking at me.
yes.
I used to make an announcement. There are 280 of you. There are 3 of us. Figure it out.
Figure it out, yes. And it's so important, back to, that whole statement about if we're not the good girls, then we're the bitches. I mean, seriously, right? So how can we get out of that? And yeah, it's what? It's a box. So it's about bringing yourself back in your body, grounding, and reframing that thought. And this doesn't, these have been put in your head over time. For me, 63 years since I've been alive. And so it takes time. But if you can catch those thoughts, I call them ants, automatic negative thoughts.
I like that.
Yeah. And reframe them to something more positive. So I'd like you to pull out your piece of paper and write down your reframe. Whatever that is, take your negative thought, the reoccurring negative thought, the one you think about a lot, and put a new thought on paper. Because we are meaning-making machines. So does everyone have your reframe? Great. Have you written down the words that counter whatever it is you wrote for the negative automatic thought? You guys all have that? Great.
We are here.
Perfect. Awesome. Get present. Gusto and enthusiasm, right? So back to really looking at those negative automatic thoughts that come up in our heads. This is taught far and wide, but I've never heard it taught with energy over strategy. Bringing that energy, bringing our bodies down to a different place. Now, today we only have a couple hours to go over this, but now it's your challenge to bring it over a lifetime, whatever lifetime we have left. Remember, compressed morbidity. It's about being your happiest, your most joyful over time so you can change your life. Yeah. Does this feel like it would be helpful to really change things in your life? If you catch yourself and think. And I'll tell you why this happens. It's scientific. We have something called a reticular activation system. Has anybody heard of a reticular activation system? Well, what it is, it sits right back here in your amygdala, right at the base of your skull, and it's a filter. Have you ever noticed, like when you're going to buy a new car, and you see that car everywhere? Yeah. Right? So that's what happens with our bodies. You all know about social media and all the information. We're on information overload, right? So all the information that's out there, if you had to absorb it all, your brain would explode, right? So you have a filter. It's like a water filter or any other kind of filter in your brain that filters things out. But how does your brain know what to filter out and what to take in? Any ideas? Well, the way...
What you've learned, your adaptive.
It's the way you think.
So you don't get hurt.
It's a protective mechanism too, absolutely. But it's the way you think. If you're always thinking, my father, I can't get him out of my head, that's what your brain absorbs. And that's what comes in, and that's what continues. And so now you have a tool. The challenge is to stop and not plow through. Yes. So with that corporate America job that I had, I wanted to get out of it. So every day I wrote, I'm in the perfect place of employment where all my financial and mental needs are exceeded in avalanches of abundance. I have a passion for my job and time for all my many projects. And guess what? I'm here today.
Guess where I'm not?
That was 10 years ago. I also wrote about the man I wanted in my life. I have a wonderful husband now. It's the way we think that creates our reality. And I know a lot of people debunk that. I can't create my life. Well, you can't.
God,
It's true. And
you don't do it, somebody else is going
Well, and all this outside stuff, right? Yeah. So we are meaning-making machines. You wrote down your number one vow, but I believe it's even more than that. It's about getting the energy in your body to really change, because your body's stubborn. But you've got an inner GPS system. Like, does everybody have a GPS system in your phone or in your car, right? We know about GPS, right? So this inner GPS lives in your body. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise to show you that you have an inner GPS. So I first want you to think of a total lie, something you know is so not true. Sit up. It could be about anything. Anything. And make sure it's not true. Yeah. Yeah. You could say, there you go. I know. We're not going to get into politics, but yeah. We do live in California. Thank God. So sit up straight and tall and think of your lie and breathe it in this central channel from the top of your head down to the bottoms of your feet. Just breathe it back and forth and notice if you feel a little pull or a tug or something in your body that stops you, that says no. Do you feel that? And where do you feel it? Just notice. Like I can say, my name is Lydia, my name is not Lydia, and I breathe it in and I feel it right here in my solar plexus. So notice where you feel it. And sometimes you have to do this a few times to get it. So if you're not getting it, there's nothing wrong. And now say something you know totally to be true. Like, my name is Kathryn. So breathe maybe your name or something you know totally to be true in this central channel. And feel how free-flowing it is. What did you say?
That's so bizarre.
It's bizarre, right? And it works. Your body knows you better than anybody, better than me, better than your doctor, better than your husband. Your body doesn't lie to you. Your brain lies and tells you all of these perceptions. This is your inner GPS, and I invite you to use it all the time. The biggest piece of this is I don't want you to beat yourself up more. I don't want you to think, I'm broken, I got to do all this stuff. And as Leslie and I were talking the other day, we said there's so much stuff to do. Choose one thing, and you're not broken. So when your computer needs an upgrade, is it broken? No. It just needs a little upgrade, and then it works more efficiently, right? So it's just like that. You will give yourself a little upgrade, and you're going to work more efficiently. Sound good? Yep. Yes. Yes. You're so good at this. I love it. So I want to tell you a story about an ancient Chinese man, and he's speaking with his grandson. And he says to his grandson, you have two wolves inside of you. The first wolf is full of anger, false pride, envy, superiority, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, lies, inferiority, and ego. But the second wolf is, well, you can be a different wolf. We're getting to that. Wolf number 2 is full of joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith.
Yes.
So the little, yes, very good. Very good. So the little grandson says, which wolf wins? Does anyone know which wolf wins? The one you feed. The one you feed. So we're working through it. What really matters is to create a conscious relationship, conscious connection with your body and your life. The only way you can do that is getting in your body. And I've done this with so many women, watch them get healthier, overcome diseases, bring their bodies to the perfect weight, get happier and healthier. And when you have that, you get self-approval, self-acceptance. These are the things that matter. Healthy relationships, loving your career, expressing yourself in loving ways, living in a healthy environment, feeling like you matter, being spiritually connected, having a healthy sex life. That's a good one. That's a good one. Financial health. But even better than all this is more joy, passion, and pleasure in your life. Don't you all want that? Yes. Yes, very good. So, and now we're going to do a little experiment. Let's get the truffles, and we're going to do a mindful eating experiment. How many of you eat fast?
What do you mean fast food?
Oh, that too, but yeah. Just quick, like, yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is. The job creates it, right? Yeah. Eating on the run. So we have everyone take one, but don't eat it yet, okay? You have a salivary enzyme in your mouth. It's the only place that this salivary enzyme is, and it's called amylase. It sits in your mouth. So everybody take a truffle, and we're going to do a little mindful eating exercise. Perfect. This salivary enzyme, it doesn't digest your food. Your food pre-digests in your mouth when you chew. The more you chew, I watch clients that adopt this, and all of a sudden their bodies get to the perfect weight because they're listening to their bodies and they're eating slowly and mindfully. So I invite you to start eating a little slower, a little more mindfully, and when you eat, love your food up. Maybe say to your food, I love you. I know you're nourishing me. I know you're fueling me with great, amazing food. So as soon as everyone gets a truffle,
hurry, Leslie.
I know, these truffles are healthy truffles. I know. These truffles are healthy. They have pecans. They have raw cacao, which is the purest form of chocolate. It's a powder. They have dates. Yeah, they're really, really good. I did. And the last ingredient, I made all the food. The last ingredient is, oh no, you can get another one. 5-second rule. Yeah. And the last ingredient is blueberries. So everyone, pick up your truffle, and smell your truffle. Oh, I'm good. I'll eat one later. I ate enough of them when I was making them. So smell your truffle. Look at your food. Oh, by the way, we get to eat dessert first, right? Look at your food. How often do we really look at our food? What can you say to your food that's going to help you to digest even better and more mindfully? You can thank it. You can love it. You can say, I'm glad you're here. Even if you're eating fast food, you can pretend and your body will respond in kind. So now, when you're ready, yeah, she's excited. Take a bite, but only a little bite, and keep it in your mouth until it liquefies. And let it liquefy. You're going to feel the urge in your throat to swallow. Just stay with it. Let it liquefy. Taste the flavors. Taste everything that's in it, the sweetness. Really leave it there as long as you can. I know. And swallow it. Was that different than the way you normally eat?
Yes.
So the way you eat is the way you live. I learned this from Janine Roth. The way you eat is the way you live. And if you're not like savoring your food and flavoring your food, you can't savor your life. Yeah. So it's 11:30. Finish your truffle, but eat it slowly and mindfully. We have some food for you, and then we'll come back and regroup while we eat, and we will talk about my food guidelines for optimal health. It's not about, oh God, you know, there's so many freaking diets out there. Is anyone confused? Yeah. We have to listen to our bodies. Our bodies, my bodies tell me I can't eat sugar, I can't eat gluten, or I can't eat dairy. When I do, I feel like crap. So I don't eat them. But unless you're really listening to your body, you'll just plow through and eat the things that aren't right for you. But let me ask you this. If you're eating more mindfully, do you think it'll be easier not to eat the things that aren't good for you? Yes. Yes. Oh, everybody's got their truffles. Yes. So let me tell you what we're eating. There's a red bell pepper hummus. It's a little spicy, so hopefully you enjoy it. And there's a lot of vegetables. There's some crackers. I made these crackers. There's a Norwegian nut cracker, and it's made with arrowroot and chia seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds. It's really good. So those are there along with the hummus. And then there's some rice. And then there is a spinach sweet potato dal at the end. So go ahead and, do you think it'd be better to get their food and then come back and listen to the rest? I see you guys are a little restless. They're going, food, please.
Yeah,
Great.
perfect.
So we're going to take a break. If you need a bio break, take a bio break and come back and sit down as soon as you can. And we'll talk about the food guidelines. Sound good? So remembering to eat your food mindfully and see how it changes the way your digestion feels, your stomach feels, your body feels. Just continue with that, and I'm going to give you some guidelines for optimal health. But I think the most important thing to digest is your primary food. Primary food. This is secondary food. This is not primary food. The primary food is how you move through life. What emotions are you feeling? What joy are you feeling? How are your relationships? How is everything else in your life? When we feed our primary foods, our bodies get healthy, even if we're eating crap food. I know this woman, she's 79, her name is Kay. She's the best, and she eats nachos every day. And she works at this retreat center up on top of a hill, and it's a spiritual retreat center. They have chocolate chip cookies. She must eat 4 or 5 of them a day, but she walks 7 miles a day. She rides her bike. She's 79. She's amazing, but she's the happiest person I know. And that changes the game. It's not always about the food, but I believe we need to fuel our bodies with good food. We wouldn't put bad fuel in our cars. Why do we put it in our body? So I'm just going to give you some guidelines. You know, I think you have to listen to your body because everyone is biologically individual. I don't know what's good for you. Only your body knows. My first guideline is limit packaged processed foods. Get rid of it. It's freaking food. Your body doesn't like it. And, you know, there's really nothing good in packaged processed foods. So on a package, we have our nutrition list. And then down underneath in small print, we have the ingredients. I want you to start ignoring this. Ignore this nutrition label and start reading the ingredients. I know it does, right? My rule is, and this doesn't always apply, but 5 ingredients or less. Make sure they're all good for you. Make sure you can pronounce them. Yeah, and that they're going to feed your body. So then this is one that my clients balk at, but really, I mean, think about how many vegetables you eat in a day. Oh, good, wonderful. I say at least 5 to 10 to 12 cups, and organic. Organic is so important because pesticides are endocrine disruptors. They disrupt your hormones. So start eating at least 5 to 10 cups of organic vegetables daily and eat them mindfully. The next one is stabilize your blood sugar. Get your blood sugar stabilized. And my favorite ways to stabilize my blood sugar, and this is something I just started doing in the last couple years, because I was eating small meals all day, really getting my blood sugar working. But for some people, it's intermittent fasting that works. But these are two things that I do all the time. I eat my vegetables first. It coats your gut, and it kind of buffers it, so that helps to stabilize your blood sugar. I always eat a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar every day, and I put it in my water and just sip it all day long. It's pretty amazing. My blood sugar's been great. And the next thing is I really try and do this. I don't always get it, but I go out and walk after I eat. Your body needs to move. Yeah. Here's the most important one. Cook and eat your food with vitamin L, which, does anyone know what vitamin L is? No. Love. You guys are great. And joy and happiness and the best quality ingredients possible. Like looking at dark chocolate or chocolate in general. Maybe you good, better, best. You know, you might buy a Hershey bar, which has a lot of chemicals in it. Better would be a real dark chocolate bar, and best would be, because you want to buffer it with some protein, the truffles. And they're really easy to make. You can put them in your freezer. Yeah, aren't they good? Before you eat, give your eating an intention. Just talk to yourself. I'm going to make this the best eating experience possible. I'm going to digest well. Again, our brain hears it. That reticular activation system hears it, and it really fuels you. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I can't say that enough. Water, but not tap water. Tap water has so many chemicals in it. Purified water. I have a reverse osmosis in my system. I think those are the best because it takes everything out, including the fluoride. Fluoride's really not good for us. This one, I get a lot of pushback from my clients because sugar is in everything, but limit or eliminate sugar from your diet. You're just going to feel a lot better. And I love this one. 16 to 32 ounces of purified water every single morning with the juice of 1 lemon and a half teaspoon of ginger. And lately I've been adding just a dash of unfiltered, unsweetened cranberry juice to it. It makes your water taste really good. But what it does is it cleans your liver. Your liver has 6 methylation pathways in it that detoxify your body. And if you don't clean out your liver, your body's going to be clogged up.
Do you grate the ginger in it, or?
You know what? I'm such a fast cooker because I love to cook, but you just got to get stuff done, right? And so I just chop it really quick, and then I put it in little ice cube trays with lemon juice, and I plop that in my water in the morning.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Chop the ginger.
And then I put it in like the juice of a whole lemon, and then I put all that mixture with some water in ice cube trays, and then in the morning.
You could even throw that unfiltered cranberry.
Yeah, you could. Exactly. So it just works. It just make your life easy and fill it with lots of love. But here's my number one. So do you like the flavors in this food?
On everything.
Flavor your food to flavor your life. Give up anything bland, boring foods, because just choose wisely. Choose your words. choose what's going on in your body. Choose how you eat. You have a choice. But we can't do this plowing through. We can't do this without being grounded in our body. So what I would love to offer you is the Radiant Circuits video, so you can try that on. And I'm going to start offering it on Zoom, and I have a YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is called The Marvelous Midlife Method. But now I'm 63, so I'm not midlife anymore. I like to think I am, right?
So how do you know?
I don't. But I need to,
Negative thought.
oh, it is. But I need to bump that. I need to change something up. I have over 350 videos on my YouTube channel, so feel free to check it out. I'll send it to you in an email. And I'm also going to send you all the recipes for all these foods. I'll put it on a PDF for you. But so how are you feeling? How are you feeling about, because it's so easy to go to a play shop like this and then walk away and not implement these things. So baby steps. What is one thing that you can take away from this that you're going to try? Anyone have any ideas? Truffles, there you go. It works, right? The breath. The breathing. We should start a club. The Breathers Club or something. And I'm going to add you guys to my mailing list because I do some programs and things like that probably it'll be on Zoom. I love teaching in person. Before pandemic, I taught in person all the time. And then that went away. And now I'm getting back to it. And it's my favorite thing to do. So if you ever need speaking for any event, I'm happy to travel far and large. I have a great Sherpa. He's my husband. Yes, he likes to film things. I just want to show you some of my favorite products too. I love this in the morning, especially when I can't get my green drink or my lemon water. This is called Organifi. They make it in a lot of different flavors. And it's just basically green powder. But it's the only one that I've tasted that tastes good. So this is really delicious. What? Yes. No. You drink mine, which is green apple. What did I put in it this time? Parsley. No worries. Green apple, parsley, cilantro, lemon, mint, and cucumber. Yeah. It's and you can make it ahead of time. I stick it in the freezer. It'll definitely cleanse you and detoxify you. Yeah, it'll cleanse you. And then, I'm not a believer in bars. I don't think we should sustain ourselves on bars, but there's so many crappy bars out there. They're all like candy bars. So I wanted to show you some of my favorite, and you can come up here and try some of these if anybody wants to. RX bar, it's just dates and almonds and cashews. Lara bar, you probably know this one. This one's peanut butter and chocolate. This is a new one that I just started, and I like it. It's called an IQ bar, and they're pretty good. I like the ingredients in this one. These are my favorite. Anything with Urban Remedy. They make a chocolate one, but I haven't been able to find it. I think it's been out of stock for a while. So this is a matcha one. And then this is a new one. It's the Only bar. And they only had it at Sprouts. They didn't have it at Whole Foods. They have it on Amazon. But it has a tiny bit of sugar in it. That's the only reason why I don't like it. But it's really, really clean. And it's everything from your kitchen. So I like that. And it comes in lots of different flavors. I have 2 flavors here. And then these, if I just want a little dessert and I don't want to make, I have a dessert cookbook, but if I don't want to make it, Hail Marys. You guys ever had the Hail Marys? This is a peanut butter chocolate cup that's to die for. So yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Let me see what time it is. Does anyone have any questions? Or let's talk about how you're going to implement some of these things that you learned today? What are you looking forward to?
Being more relaxed,
How do you see yourself doing that?
more meditation, breathing.
Very beautiful. Do the central channel breathing. If you're doing, like, even when I go out and walk, just practice. And one thing,
On our walk.
yeah.
We walk every day.
Oh, fabulous. One thing I do, we can do it now. You hold one hand on your heart, one hand right below your belly.
Look good on the coastside trail.
You don't do this in a trail. I usually do this.
If we're doing it, you gotta do it.
I do this first thing in the morning for 10 minutes, and I think about how I want to start my day, how I want my day to go, how I want my week to go. I visualize and feel into my body, but where you're holding in between your breasts is called the Sea of Tranquility. So where it's kind of, in yoga, it's the relaxation point. It's kind of where you do namaste. It's the Sea of Tranquility. And then the place you're holding 2 inches below your belly button is the Sea of Energy. So when you breathe up and down, this whole area, you're getting calm, relaxed, energized breath. Breathe in and just feel it. You can get in your body. Beautiful. Doesn't that feel good? And I just think about, I set an intention for my day, how I want my day to go. I was thinking I want more speaking gigs. And Leslie called me, And then there's a spot in between the middle of your hand. It is just right in the center. It's a kidney spot, but it's also a pericardium spot. Does anyone know what the pericardium does? It protects your heart. It's like that wall that lives over your heart. So press in on it. It may be a little tender with your thumb. And just notice what's going on there. And if you sit and hold this, I don't know how many of you watch TV or just sit, but if you just sit, you can sit and hold this, and it starts opening up your heart and opening up that pericardium. But this spot is called the Great Harmonizer. So it harmonizes your body naturally. So use this and your thumb to bring yourself back to balance. I also teach a community class. I teach a community yoga class Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 6 a.m. on Zoom. So I'll send that link out with the email that I send you with the recipes and everything. It's just fun. It's breath, it's acupressure, and easy, gentle yoga poses. And I just am so thrilled to do it. So really fun. So thank you all. This has just been great. Yeah. So fun. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
We're gonna all walk down the street going, yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's so fun.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Leslie. This is